Hi, everybody. Hi. Welcome to Hot Topics. My name's Keith.
My name's Elaine.
And this is a show where Elaine and I like to discuss various hot topics, things that are happening around the news. We're not what you would call news mavens.
We're not,
right?
we're not people who are like follow current events, with just total commitment.
Yeah.
I think we're more people who we skim the New York Times.
Yeah.
Or go to the homepage of it. And
or whatever
scan the
our
headline.
friends are posting on Facebook.
Yeah,
and, that's
definitely.
where a lot of my outrage comes from. Is this George or Joseph Kony? That's how I learned about Joseph Kony. Was that
through Facebook?
Yeah, it's just a very casual relationship. With the news.
Yeah, I know. I like to say that I'm kind of a jack of all trades when it comes to the news.
Right.
But a master of no news story.
Yeah. Oh,
So,
that's a good way. Yeah.
Thank you.
We're kind of jacks of the trade of news. If you guys would like to take part in any of the hot topics, we would love to hear from you at our email address, kehottopics@gmail.com. It's right there on your screen. K is in Keith.
E is in Elaine.
And hottopics@gmail.com. Drop us a line if you have hot topics you would like us to try out. We'll see.
Yeah,
we'll think about it.
We'll see if it's hot.
Yeah,
we're
see.
kind of the judges of the temperature scale. Of the topic,
But I'll tell you, a lot of times we'll take a lukewarm topic. Anyway.
Yeah.
So I guess without further ado, I think we're ready to.
Topics. I think we have some big ones.
We have some.
Right?
We have some pretty hot topics.
Yeah.
Let's start with this one. The federal government.
Oh boy.
Shut down. House Republicans dropped the bomb.
Yeah. Now it's closed, but some of it isn't closed. That's.
Yeah. Well, I think they're still getting paid. I think the Congress is still getting paid, which is kind of shitty.
Yeah.
It's like the guy working at a national park is he doesn't go to work today.
Yeah. He's bearing the brunt of it. And I was just feeling bad for people who had planned to go on national park vacations.
Yeah.
And
Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
Closed.
Sorry, Mom. Sorry, Dad.
Yeah.
And then government employees, they're not going to get paid.
Yeah.
Other people.
All because House Republicans don't want to enact a law that was passed.
Yeah.
And was ruled
constitutional by the U.S. Supreme Court.
They just don't want to do it.
Yeah, no, it's you can't close. What if we just close the government every time we didn't want a lot of it?
Yeah.
What if we closed the government when George W. Bush was elected?
Yeah.
I mean, he wasn't elected, right? I would have been.
Don't get us started on that.
Yeah, that's a whole other hot topic.
Yeah, steaming hot topic. The illegitimacy of George W. Bush's presidency, 2000 and on.
Yeah. Right. We'll get back to that one, but no, it's just it's a tactic that I think is not good.
It's just that political obstruction stuff. That's all it is, plain and simple.
Yeah.
They just want. Oh, I don't like this law, so I'm going to do everything we can.
Yeah.
The Affordable Health Care Act.
I think they don't also want Obama to seem like he's doing well.
Yeah.
But.
Because they'll paint this as him being an ineffective leader.
Yeah.
If he was any kind of good leader, I would have kept working.
Right, exactly. We would have still been in Congress.
Yeah. You couldn't do that in any job. Just
right. It's my boss's fault. Sorry.
Yeah. If he was worth any spit. Anyway, enough of that.
Our
next hot topic, cronuts.
Oh, they're still. People in the city are still lining up for that, from what I understand.
Yeah. One of the hottest lines to get into right now is the Cronuts.
It's not at your local nightclub.
Not at your local nightclub.
It's not at the meatpacking district.
It's not at Tunnel or Escape or whatever, or Canal Room.
I don't know.
I don't even know if it was a real nightclub.
I don't think there's a big line for it.
I don't think there's a line like the one for Cronuts.
Yeah, Cronuts is the line in New York City.
It's the place to be seen.
And except there is no velvet rope. I hear they treat customers pretty democratically there.
Yeah. It's a very well protected line too.
Is it?
Yeah. Like there are cops that are patrolling,
Really?
making sure everyone's protected.
Cops there?
Yeah, they have cops there.
Wow.
We had somebody getting stabbed around the corner from M&N at 63rd and Riverside Park. There's no protection out there, but no one's messing with the people in the Cronuts line. Yeah.
Well, if someone gets stabbed in the Cronuts line, then that'll be kind of serendipitous.
Yeah.
But actually, here's something fun. I today stopped at Crumb's Bakery, which doesn't make cronuts, but it does produce crumb nuts, and there is no line whatsoever at Crumb's Bakery for crumb nuts. So
yes.
I decided I'd bring these to the show.
She's got crumb nuts.
So I'm gonna.
They're in a bag right over there.
They're in a bag. Here's the bag.
That's what the bag looks like. By the way, this is public access. We're not saying go to Crumbs or anything like that.
No,
we just want to show you.
Not an endorsement.
This is what the thing looks like. That is a crumb nut.
Cinnamon crumb nut right here.
Now I guess the main difference between this and a cronut is that a cronut will have been eaten freshly after it's baked, whereas that might have been sitting out for a while.
For like many hours. And then this is it's blueberry filled with Bavarian cream.
Oh wow.
And this is cinnamon. And the two guys who sold this to me were telling me that which ones they liked better, and then kind of we were speculating about which one I might like better.
So if you want a hands-on conversation about the donut you're about to get, go to Crumbs.
Yeah.
But you know, we're not commercially advocating that.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's move on to our next hot topic. Oh, that was a hot one.
Yeah.
Okay, how about this? A $2 billion MTA surplus that suddenly came out of nowhere.
Yeah, no, I actually first found out about this story from you on Facebook. You posted it yesterday morning.
That's how we get our news.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of it's just an echo chamber between me and her, just finding stories.
And I thought it was really funny because you wrote like, oops, exclamation point.
Yeah, and that's what it was. I think that's what it was. It was like the accountant was like, oh, wait a minute. Oh, yeah, there's an extra $2 billion.
Yeah, it's like, what? Like, how do you miss that?
That's a lot of money to miss.
I don't want the accountant who's working for them.
No, thank you. Well, unless you can find $2 billion.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I mean, this is like beyond. This is not like finding a $20 bill in a jacket you haven't worn in a year.
It's like that writ extra large.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
It's like I had $2 billion in this. In this computer.
And those same accountants, those same MTA fuckers, they're saying to us that they're still gonna hike the fare up. That is on schedule for them.
They're still gonna do that.
They're still gonna do that in spite of
what I had heard.
In spite of finding this money, and they're saying that the amount of money that we found in this surplus isn't long-term large enough to keep us from hiking the fare up. But here's the thing, like, if they're so bad at accounting that $2 billion just kind of slipped out of sight for a while, can't we call into question their ability to keep their books balanced? Like, can we really trust them when they say they need to
raise fares? That's true. Yeah. Like, how do we know that there's not another surplus hiding somewhere, or that if they raise, I mean, or who knows really? But I mean, I was reading somewhere that the fare could go up to $5 if they keep on increasing it at this rate.
Those sons of bitches. Yeah. So, enjoy your $2 billion.
Right. Yeah, I know. Have fun.
One
of them also has. I think the executive has like a house in the Hamptons.
Well, speaking of people with houses in the Hamptons, Barack Obama called Iran this week. That didn't really have anything to do with the house in the Hamptons.
No, I don't think so. Because I don't think Obama has a house in the Hamptons.
I don't think he does either. I know. Certainly the guy in Iran doesn't have a house in the Hamptons. Yeah.
The Clintons sometimes vacation in the Hamptons.
Yeah.
I read a story about this summer where they pay like $12,000.
We really need to stay on topic.
Oh, sorry. This
Obama
is more
called
important
Iran.
than that.
Yeah.
Okay, so Obama calls Iran, and this story is shaping up to be really interesting because the former president of Iran, Mahmoud Ahmadinejad, was not a friend to the United States. He was not offering, but this current president tweeted to
he's on Twitter.
I think he wished them a happy New Year over Rosh Hashanah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that was nice of him.
So that's, I mean, and historically, Ahmadinejad, I don't think was too friendly to
not a whole lot of
people.
friendly tweets.
Yeah.
He never retweeted.
Or tweeting. But I mean, I wonder what they talked about on the phone.
I don't know. It was like the first diplomatic communication, or I guess any kind of communication between the two leaders.
Yeah.
Or between the leader of the U.S. and Iran since the 70s.
Oh,
and I think and that was like, hey, can you stop the hostage crisis?
Yeah.
Type thing.
It was like a little request.
A little request. Whereas this is more like, hey, I really thought your vines are funny. Like it was much more casual.
Right. This is there's not an imminent hostage situation going on.
But to bring this back to the House Republicans thing that we were talking about earlier, the House Republicans, the whole thing they were saying is oh, he's got time to negotiate with the president of
They were
Iran.
saying that?
Yeah, well, that's like the
that's like a hobby he has. Like, oh,
Yeah.
he has time to.
Well, he can negotiate with them, but he's not going to negotiate with people with Congress.
Okay.
But that's a whole other thing. Anyway, but yeah, that happened. Obama called around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's a step.
Sure.
The next thing they can do is meet in person.
Yeah. Speaking
We'll be on
of
the watch for that.
steps, have you taken your steps towards a city bike?
This is New York's hottest new transportation system.
Lines around the block.
Yeah.
The line to be seen in this year
is besides the Cronut line, is the city bike.
It's the city
line.
bike. Actually, there are no lines. There
That's
are
true. I've
city
never
bikes
actually
everywhere.
Seen a line for the city
I don't think I've seen people lining up for it. It'd be a weird thing to see. It'd be how bad it was operating if there was like a line.
Yeah.
Be like, that's how.
That's true. That would be. But it doesn't negate how hot of a topic city bikes.
No. That there is no line. The fact that there is no line speaks because they're just using them. Okay, yeah. But yeah, it's so far it appears to be a resounding success.
Yeah.
People are enjoying using it.
Yeah.
Cops are certainly enjoying the extra revenue off of ticketing bicyclists.
So I think we talked about this. Cops actually can ticket city bike people on city bikes. Is that right?
Well, sure, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not like you get on a city bike and you're just immune from the law. You can just run around shooting people. Yeah, it's not like Lethal Weapon 3.
Okay.
Yeah. You can just hold up a city bike receipt. Diplomatic immunity.
I'm sure that the cops love bike ticket revenue.
Yeah, I think it was kind of built into the plan. They're like, oh, we're gonna get them for salmoning, which is when you're riding up the wrong way up a street.
Oh, riding upstream?
Yeah, riding upstream. When you're riding upstream, if they're running red lights, if they're on the sidewalk. They even ticket people for veering out of the bike lane. When there's a car parked there, they won't go after the car, they'll go after the guy on the bike. Yeah.
Where have you, is this on Gothamist?
Like on Gothamist.
Seems like this would definitely be on Gothamist.
Yeah,
That's terrible.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Because I have to do that. Are they going to ticket me if I almost get side swept, doored, when they...
Yeah. Your fault.
I've had to veer from doors.
Yeah.
But city bikes are definitely huge
hot topic for this year, for the 2013.
Yeah.
All right, so now there's this video that went viral this week. I think we can bring up the video for that. We have a video of this. This took place at I believe at a Houston Astros game.
And it was kind of astonishing.
Yeah. If you see right here, okay. This was at a Houston Astro game last year. I guess I can move it a little bit. But what you see, thanks. What you see, basically a ball player threw a ball up to a kid in the stands as a gift. Yeah. And then this woman came in, and you can see, watch, she's got it. She's got it in her hand. She's got it in her bread basket. She's got it.
It wasn't as if the woman had it, the girl was close but didn't have it. She had it in her hand.
It was in her path. She was like, that's what the ball was going to land on. If that woman went there, and she just went over to take it. But anyway, this happened over a year ago, but it was only this week that it became viral.
Okay.
This is how long it took for the outrage to build up. It was just,
that's like a simmering kind of slow building outrage. I thought that's funny. I thought this was
it surprised me too that it wasn't recent. But this game happened over a year ago, this whole incident. And I think I even remember seeing it maybe 6 or 7 months ago and thinking, that's infuriating. But I guess enough people watched it all at once and they all got
you're like, where's the outrage?
I was like, where's the outrage? Where is the outrage? And I guess what Malcolm Gladwell would say, enough people got angry at it.
It was like one of those tipping points.
One of those tipping point things. It hit the tipping point, now we're sufficiently mad. Now that woman is probably living in hiding.
There were some key,
somewhere.
I think he talks about how key trendsetter people step in, so there must have been someone who has 1 million friends on Facebook who posted it.
What do they call those?
Like connectors?
Connectors. I think it's something like that. Yeah, that Malcolm Gladwell stuff. Yeah.
Do you think we're better off knowing about this video?
I don't know.
That we
maybe I didn't need to know that kind of evil exists. Or is it evil, or is it just selfishness? I mean, I kind of know it's already out there.
I do, It's kind of like it confirms what I think of a lot of Americans in general. That they just want more things.
For themselves.
And they don't mind if it's stolen off the hands of the infirm or the Or the young.
Or a little kid.
Yeah, or a little kid.
Yeah, that's not who they're thinking about when they throw a ball up. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, a 35-year-old
I
lady's going to get this. Yeah. Oh, good for her.
Yeah.
Good for her.
Yeah.
All right. So, well, those are our hot topics for today.
The news.
Again, if you guys have any ideas for hot topics, KEHotTopics@gmail.com. Fire them on over to us, and also just any comments you have on the show in general.
Yeah.
We'd love to hear any kind of feedback. So, October is here.
Oh yeah.
Officially
and you
here.
know what that means, right?
Yeah. There's the great thing about October, you have fun October sports that are happening, like the World Series is going to be happening this month. Football is kicking up. Oh, did you know?
No basketball yet.
No basketball yet. Oh, by the way, our respective universities are going to be playing against each other.
Really?
Yeah, Northwestern
and Ohio.
and Ohio
State.
State. Ohio State, not Ohio.
Sorry. I know. I did this before.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, you would think you learned.
Sorry, Ohio State people.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, but we should watch it together.
Sure. Yeah.
Right.
I'm definitely watching it. So, but another thing that happens in October is Halloween, and later this month we're going to be having our Halloween Spooktacular, in which one of us is going to have the unenviable task of getting to decide the costume of another. And the way we're going to determine that is through a little contest where basically Elaine and I are going to wager our predictions of how the Jets and the Giants do against their opponents this month. And it's in a segment that we call Keith and Elaine's largely uneducated Jets predictions for October.
And I don't know, I probably know less about football than Keith, but
I haven't been following.
You haven't been following it either.
I haven't really been following the pro ranks.
This is pretty much largely uneducated.
Yeah. So just to give you an idea, we are basically on equal footing.
Yeah.
I don't really know how the NFL is so far. But let's get into
the games.
Yeah, let's look at what we think the Giants are going to do this month. October 6th, they're playing against the Philadelphia Eagles, and I believe I have the New York Giants winning this one. They are currently the Giants are having a 4-game losing streak. Elaine, who do you have here?
I have the New York Giants winning this one too.
Okay.
So wow.
So we both have them as like breaking their cold streak against a rival team in the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah.
October 10th, we see them playing against Chicago Bears.
My hometown team.
Yeah, their hometown team. Although I picked the New York Giants, I think they might get a little bit of steam, a little bit of confidence after that Philadelphia Eagle win.
And I picked the Bears because, hey, I have to. I'm from Chicago.
It's probably a good call.
Yeah.
So a leader will emerge that week.
Yeah, that will be an interesting one. October 21st.
October 21st. Now, this is where I believe New York, being class in New York, is going to stumble. They're going to fall to the Minnesota Vikings. They are going to, whatever momentum they built up for the past 2 games, in classic New York fashion, they're going to lose it all against the Minnesota Vikings. You, on the other hand, or I don't know, who did you pick?
I said New York. I think they're going to win.
I think that might be a good call.
That's the extent of my analysis.
I think Minnesota's not that good so far. And then
nice.
we have, I can barely read, but October 27th.
27th.
For the 27th, rematch against the Eagles, this time playing in Philadelphia, and I see Philadelphia exacting their revenge on that date. The Philadelphia Eagles will win that game. Elaine?
I was choosing also the Eagles. It's funny, we have the same predictions about the Eagles-New York games.
Yeah. We don't believe that either of them are truly going to dominate one or the other. So now we'll move on to our predictions for the New York Jets. The guys in green, Broadway Joe. October 7th, they'll be playing in Hotlanta against the Falcons. I don't know a single player on the Atlanta Falcons team, but I only know that I think the Atlanta Falcons will win that game. Just because Georgia's a tough place to go, maybe. Yeah,
the humidity. And I had also the Atlanta Falcons because I think they might have won some games recently, and they're doing pretty well.
I based it more on Troy Anthony Davis, but that's a whole other thing. October 13th, on my brother's birthday in Steeltown, USA, I have the Pittsburgh Steelers beating the New York Jets. The Pittsburgh Steelers, I think, are having a rough start to the season, but they're going to find a way to get it done in Steeltown, in Iron City.
That's right. Iron City is what it's called.
I
thought the Steelers are doing horrible right now, so I decided to choose the Jets.
Yeah. That's probably
they're like
a safe
0-4, I think.
Yeah.
So.
Then classic New York Boston rivalry. We have the New England Patriots coming up.
Big rivalry.
Big rivalry.
Yeah.
And I believe the Patriots are doing well, but I have the New York Jets winning. I think they get into Tom Brady's head. I think they get into Tom Brady. They're still reeling after their tight end went on a murdering spree.
Yeah, that was.
I can't believe that hasn't been a hot topic, but
maybe soon.
I forget his name even.
I do too.
Anthony Gonzalez.
Wow, how soon we forget.
Yeah,
how soon we forget.
Yeah, Tony Gonzalez. No, Tony Gonzalez is another tight end, but that's not the guy who killed.
I think that's slander.
Boy, if you know the tight end that we're talking about, I'm going to know it in a second.
All right, and my prediction for this game, which is a huge rivalry, is the Jets, because you just can't say Boston is going to win in New York City if you want to be safe when you walk out of this studio.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say the Jets.
Yeah. We really just picked that so we would live. Leaving out of here. October 27th, we have, I can't even see what the team is. Casey, can you see what that team is?
It's a tiger.
It's a tiger. Oh, it'd be the Cincinnati Bengals.
Oh, sorry.
No, that'd be a baseball team.
Who dat?
Who dat?
What is it? Wasn't that they had some dumb cheer?
Yeah, they had a who dey think going to beat them Bengals.
Someone in my college sorority had that on her AOL Instant Messenger profile, and so I just remember it. I probably looked at her profile more times than anyway. And I never liked it. I never liked that cheer.
Well, who they think going to beat them Bengals? I tell you who they think. The New York Jets think they're going to beat them Bengals, or I think the Jets are going to beat the Bengals. Only because I'm from Ohio and I know Cincinnati is great at losing. They're just good at it. That's just a hallmark of being a true Cincinnatian, being a Bengal.
Wow, nice state pride.
Yeah, well, we have history working against you.
Yeah, and I decided to choose in this race the the Chicago Bears.
It's the Cincinnati Bengals.
Oh, sorry.
That looks like a bear to you?
It kind of does. The Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah, it has ears and eyes. It's a bear.
Yeah, because why not?
Yeah. So
that's it. That was our prediction. So as each week we'll check in and see who's closer to having to wear the Halloween costume
of our choice. And I guess we'll keep it a secret. I kind of decided what your Halloween costume will be if I win.
Oh, really?
But I'm not going to tell you. I think I'll leave that for if it wins. I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to jinx it and say too early.
I'm excited.
Do you have an idea for what you have?
No, not yet, but I will.
You'll get creative, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So I guess we have some time left here.
Yeah.
We have like 5 minutes. Okay. So just I'd like to go back to that video that we watched earlier
of the lady stealing the baseball.
The lady stealing the baseball from a little kid's hands because, well, you could just kind of see in the way that girl just kind of turned up the stairs that this was like a big kind of moment in her life. Like she was like learning a real hard life lesson about the way the world works.
Yeah, like the way she kind of slunk away, walked upstairs. She was almost resigned.
Yeah.
I thought.
Yeah. It was like crushing dignity.
Yeah, it was like the way adults are resigned to things. Not the way kids are. Don't know that they have to be resigned to things.
I'm not getting a raise.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
That's what it's been like the last 3 years. So
the train's not coming.
Yeah, the train's delayed again. Well, you know how the train is.
Yeah. So what I thought we would do is we would try to simulate, with this video playing, we'd like to see what the conversation might have been like between this little girl and her mom. This is life lessons from the ball snatching incident. I think
of 2012.
Of 2012,
I think.
Yes.
Not 2013.
Okay. So
all right.
I think there's going to be some music coming up with that. Just let's center myself here.
Yeah.
We'll see it come up in a second. Taking a second here.
I thought I had that ball. I guess that lady took it from me.
Well, what's the matter, sweetie? What happened?
I tried to catch a ball.
What?
I tried to catch it, and then I had it in my hands, Dad, but this woman took it out of my hands.
Well, I guess maybe it wasn't your ball to begin with, was it? Right, honey?
No. I had it in my hands. I think the baseball player was throwing it to me. He wanted me to catch it because I'm a kid.
Oh, but honey, everybody in the stadium wants a ball, right?
Yeah.
Can you imagine if everybody in the stadium got a ball? There just aren't enough to go around, honey. There are only so many balls and so many people, so it's just a matter of who wants it more, right?
I'm crying, but I guess you're right, Dad. I mean, but the player was throwing it to me.
Honey, hold out your hand for a minute. I just want you to hold out your hand. Now, I want you to want something really hard. Okay, want something really hard, all right? Are you thinking of something that you want?
New shoes.
Oh, okay.
Because I haven't gotten new shoes in 3 years.
Right. And how's that working out for you? Are the shoes appearing in your hands from wanting them?
No, why not?
That's right, why not? That's because you didn't want them bad enough.
So if I want them more, I want the ball. I wanted the ball bad enough. I want the shoes bad enough.
Hey, but you weren't willing to do what the other person was willing to do.
But
sometimes
I'm not supposed to be mean to people who are older than me. I'm supposed to respect my elders.
Do you think she respected you? Did you feel respected in that moment?
No, I didn't.
See, honey, the sooner you realize it, it's all anarchy. It's all just chaos.
What's anarchy?
Anarchy is just complete disorder. Any ideas that we have that there's order and moral code is all just a construct that we've created just to keep us from just murdering each other on the street.
Wow.
But in fact, there's nothing stopping anybody from just taking things. And sometimes it just comes down, honey, sometimes it's just a matter of being willing to do the things that other people aren't willing to do.
But I thought I'm supposed to share and not steal from people. Isn't that what my teacher told me? And Mom? And you sometimes?
Hey, honey, see that little boy down there with the lollipop?
Yeah.
You see that boy?
Yeah.
He looks pretty small, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And it looks like a nice lollipop.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You know what I think would help you feel better about this whole thing?
What?
If you had that lollipop.
I would like that lollipop. Can I go up and ask him for it?
Well, what do you think he'll say?
No.
Right.
So I should just be like that lady, right? Just grab it out of his hands even though it's his?
I'm just saying, honey, if you want something, just take it.
Okay, Dad. I'll go steal that lollipop.
Okay. And honey,
Yes.
if anyone asks you, you don't know me.
But you're my dad, I know you.
But I can't go back to jail, honey.
Okay.
We both know that.
I never want
What
you
happens
to leave
when
again.
Yeah.
I don't have a dad.
Yeah. Or a ride home.
Yeah. So I have to walk 3 miles.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dad.
You're welcome, honey.
That's how the